Hello everyone! Just as we're born, we live, we retire, and we eventually and ultimately die. Currencies also have a lifetime. The lifetime of a currency can be summarised in two categories. We've got legal tender currency and obsolete currency.
The beginning of the cycle starts with legal tender currency. What is classed as legal tender varies from country to country, but in simple terms, it is currency that you can use for payment for goods and services.
Legal tender currency can be both current and outmoded. For example, in the United Kingdom, if you were to hand over one of the newly released £20 polymer banknotes in exchange for that Bluetooth toaster you've been eyeballing, you best get the butter ready, because the toaster's in the bag.
As we mentioned, legal tender currency can also be outmoded. The new polymer £20 note wasn't quite enough to cover the cost of that shiny new toaster. But you've got another £20 note, only it's a paper one. No worries, since the release of the polymer £20 note, the older paper note has remained legal tender in the shops but has been outmoded.
On the Bank of England's website are the following statements. Don't worry, you can still use the paper £20 note for now. We'll give you 6 months notice of the date you'll no longer be able to use the paper 20.
Obsolete currency, on the other hand, is no longer legal tender, meaning no toaster for you. But that doesn't necessarily mean it has no value. Obsolete currency can be further split into 3 more specific terms. So we can still spend the paper £20 banknotes at the shops, but what about the old paper £10 note? This note and all older British pound banknotes are considered obsolete. They have been withdrawn. This means that they are no longer in circulation and you cannot spend them in the shops, but they still hold their values in banks, and we can certainly exchange them for you.
Fortunately, for anyone with obsolete British pounds, the Bank of England has not set a deadline to cash in on obsolete banknotes or coins. But the same does not apply to all obsolete currencies. Before Belgium adopted the euro back in 2002, the currency they used was the Belgian franc. In 2002, the Belgian franc officially lost its legal tender status and became obsolete. It was withdrawn from circulation and was no longer spendable.
Like the Bank of England and the withdrawn British pounds, the Belgian banks have not set a deadline to cash in on the old Belgian franc banknotes in exchange for euros. However, all banknotes below 100 francs issued by the Brussels-based Treasury ceased to be exchangeable in 2005, when a deadline set by the Belgian banks passed.
All of these notes entered the final stage of the currency lifetime and became demonetised. This means that they no longer hold any monetary value.
Not only can you not spend them in shops, but you can't cash them in banks either. The same thing happened with Belgian franc coins when the deadline for cashing them in passed in 2004.
Some countries have deadlines in place for the exchange of their obsolete currencies, such as in Spain with the Spanish peseta, which will become completely demonetised at the end of June 2021.
Isn't that this year?
Yeah, it's a couple of months away, mate. For more information on how to make an exchange with us, you can find a link to our how-to guides in the description below.
Be sure to check out our other currency-related videos over on our channel, and be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on for updates on future content.
Lastly, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.